You're right, there were attendees.
Hello, everyone. We will get started in just one more minute. We will wait to get a few more participants in here, and then we'll get started. All right, it's 11:05, so we'll go ahead and get started. Thank you, everyone, for joining our webinar today. We are Enact Systems. My name is Shelley Cornelius. I am the marketing manager, and we really thank you for taking the time to join our webinar today. This is going to be the 2.0 launch for Enact Systems. And just a little bit of background of Enact Systems. We are the #1 solar software for solar and storage business, where you can rapidly grow your business with our all-in-one cloud platform for design, financing, installation, and asset management. So during this webinar, it'll be roughly 30 minutes, and we will showcase, sorry, excuse me, okay. We are in the city as well, so we have, the noise distraction, of course. So during this webinar, we are going to showcase Enact 2.0 upgrades. We have some really exciting new capabilities that will increase your solar sales, such as faster proposals, more flexibility, and an easier to use platform overall. So here's our agenda for today. We will go ahead and get started with our CEO, Deep, who will give an overview of the Enact platform. And then Mark Chapman, our Director of Energy Services, will do a live demo of our Enact Systems 2.0 upgrades. And then we have some feedback from Devendra from Solar Park USA, who will give some words on his experience. And then we will answer any questions you have at the end of the webinar. So please, if you have questions, leave them in the Q&A box, and we can answer them at the end. So without further ado, we'll get started, and I'll turn it over to Deep to go over the platform overview.
Thank you, Shelley, and welcome everyone. It's a pleasure to be on today's webinar. We have worked hard on some of the upgrades we'll show you today. I'll tell you a little bit about Enact, how we got started. It's been a 7-year ride. We have been working hard on the single vision, which is how do we improve the end customer's experience in buying solar and storage, not just the purchase, but also the ownership. And of course, the platform that you're going to see today is used across the world. We have users now, 1,000+ users in 20+ countries. And Shelley, next click. We have also now crossed over $1.5 billion of projects per year proposed on the platform, over 3 gigawatts of projects. So of course, this includes residential and commercial projects as well. The next slide is a good summary of how we believe we're adding value to our clients. We have a two-sided platform, software that helps installers do their part, which is accurate proposals with all the electric rates, the shade analysis in 3D, the pricing and the bill of materials, but all of that in a minute or two. That's the power of Enact. 2 minutes to get a really accurate proposal, convince the customer, change it, adapt it, which leads to, of course, engagement, homes as well as commercial. And then once projects get moving forward, project management is all on the same platform. So the CRM, documents, photographs, task management is all on the same platform. And we have over 1,000 customers across the world that have the app, where once the projects get installed, we connect to the inverters, we report data on the actual generation, but more importantly, the actual savings. And that's the first of its kind, not just in California, but across the world. So there's a lot to talk about, of course, about Enact, but today we are focusing on installers. How do you do a really quick proposal, and now even faster, better, easier to use? There's a lot that goes into a good proposal, and we want to spend some time and show you the highlights of 2.0, where you'll see it's much easier to use, it's faster to use, and also therefore much more engaging for not just our users, but also their customers. So Mark, over to you.
Great. Thanks a lot, Deep. And we're really excited to share some new features and releases on our software today. For those of you that are existing users, you may see some things familiar. Obviously, if you've never used the platform, this will all be new. But we've really made a serious effort to improve the overall flexibility, usability, and just look and feel of the platform. So when you log in now on your project's dashboard, it's got a whole new look where you're able to search by any field, any column, customize your view here so that you can quickly and easily find any project or group of projects that you're looking to work on. So the view here is totally customizable. Again, so a completely new look, but a lot of the same features and all the same information that we had before. Now, when you go into create a project, same information that you enter regarding the customer details. And we have some additional functionality now where you're really able to lock in by address or GPS coordinates. So you can find your location on a map, or if it's, again, slightly off the address, or it's a larger campus, or whatever the case is, you're able to zero in and lock in on the exact building or coordinates of your site. So this, again, just makes it a little bit easier to manage the addresses, locations of the project. Sometimes if the address is off, or if you just need to customize the field of view, you can make sure that you have the right location. So again, if we go into an actual project now, the project details page, we've got a whole new refreshed look and feel, a lot of new usability. You have the ability to sort and look at different versions of designs or quotes that you've made, look at the differences in either hardware, system size, offset, costing profile, anything that you need to kind of view the actual system design differences and quickly decide, okay, which quote do I need to edit or create a contract for. So you can easily edit a project. You can also have the ability to go right into the financing portion of the quote and skip the system design if you're just making either a finance or a costing adjustment. So that's another really easy feature to go in and change your projects. So if we go into the design page now, you'll see a lot of the same functionality and look and location for all the tools, so you can quickly create your system design. We've also released our 3D modeling feature, so now that you can model any roof plane or building in 3D, create custom views and really engaging proposals for the customer to see exactly how their system is being designed. This also enables the ability to do shade reports so that you can have accurate generation estimates. And again, this is all made to be as easy as possible for the users to move quickly through here and optimize their system design for their customer. And this can even be done, interactive, live with the customer, in the home or virtually. So you create and optimize your system design, you get your system results, view your system offsets. Then into the finance tab, we've got some new look and feel here where you can quickly go through your pricing breakdown, include any adders, click on any incentives or credits or rebates for your local areas, and quickly compare multiple finance options. Look at the total picture for savings, payments, lifetime net savings, and quickly compare and look at different options for financing. And then you can create your customized proposal. Again, we have customizable proposal templates so that you can have your own branding and messaging, really engaging interactive proposals for customers to view their system results and how the system's going to look and any of the financial implications. So after you've created your proposal, then you can, of course, you can view that quote there in the project details page. You can then move that project forward by going in and creating any docu-signable contracts for that quote. You can also store and manage all documents relating to the project there in a documents tab. And the workflow also has some increased flexibility and usability. So now you can customize your company's process and workflow to manage the process from, again, from lead through system installation and on through the actual asset management. So we're tracking the project from beginning to end, and with your workflow template, you can script that completely. Now, just to finish off, we've just got some updated functionality in our settings page where you can now quickly manage all of the hardware, documents, financing, user setup, and everything you need to manage your team, creating the hardware customized that they can use for their quotes. You can have automatic pricing and everything to again, make sure that your team has a consistent process and can close more deals. So that's just a quick run through of the, the newer look of our platform. Similar functionality and a lot of new releases coming down the pike here, where we're going to be constantly improving. So we're happy to do any individual feedback sessions or demos for anybody on the call today.
Thank you, Mark.
With that, pass it back to Shelley, and she's going to introduce our friend Devendra.
Okay. Up next, we have Devendra from Solar Park USA, and Deep and Devendra are going to discuss his experience so far with the platform and answer any questions you have here.
Hello.
Great. Little feedback there. Devendra, welcome to the webinar.
Thank you.
You're one of our earliest Enact platform users, so we are, of course, eager to hear your feedback. But before we get into that, tell us more about yourself and Solar Park, all the good work you've done in California and other states. Please introduce yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Deep. So we are Solar Park USA. I'm the CEO, Devendra Rajbali, and I have been in this business for the last 10
Devendra, are
years.
you on?
Yeah, I am. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah. So I've been in this business for over the last 10 years. We do lots of different projects. We develop our own. We are a full EPC. We install. So we do in all segments. We started with large ground mounts or utility scale to commercial and quite a bit of residential. We are now mostly a local installer in the Bay Area for residential. Commercial we do California wide and of course within US as well. And we do both solar and storage. Storage is just starting, but mostly solar. And we have lots of clients under our belt so far. And we have been using Enact for a bit, especially to get proposals out, as we have to send lots of proposals, close them, and then install. And all of this really can be done in one platform. That's why we like Enact.
That's great, Devendra. So talk to us a little bit about this idea of one platform versus having different tools for different things. You run a small team and you're doing a lot of good work. How important is it to have everything on one?
This is really critical, and I think having something so easily available and without too much of investment is really good, because you have a team, you have a certain way of working, you have legacy. You want to put all this together and search, because as you know, solar is long-term play. You may always have to go back to a previous project that you may have done, and you want things to be in one place and not in papers and files and so on. And also a lot of parts are changing constantly, and you want to have something that will reflect that. And this is why we feel, I think this tool is useful, because it covers a a gamut of things, starting with design, getting customer data for consumption, doing the right design, doing a lot of what if. Once you have that, once you optimize for that with different modules or different inverters, and maybe even a battery backup, then you can actually get to a proposal state, which you can even customize, do financing again in one place, and then propose. And once you are done with that, once you have installed, things come back, and then you still are in the same platform to kind of track how the customer is performing. And then maybe even there is a maintenance call, you can track that as well and keep it, have all that information with you, installation pictures, what happened, um, even inspection reports, things like that. So that is really critical, and you can get it for a monthly fee, which is even better, because before we used to use various different tools. You would use Helioscope, you would have your own proposal, maybe in PowerPoint or Word, and then you send it back and then select multiple documents, and then you have one folder, and then you have to search for many different things. Now this is as a software as a service platform, this becomes really handy. You just log in and you can now access. And then I think some of the improvements you have shown now that are really going to help in future.
Thanks, Devendra. And actually, I'd like to push you a little bit on that, the improvements that you saw today.
Yeah,
What do you think of the ones that work for you?
Yeah, I think it's moving in the right direction, especially the front page, which you have a long list of projects, and how do you search, how do you get to it? That I think is a big help. Just to quickly get to a project that you have proposed. Maybe you do 30, 40 proposals in a week, and now you have to search and figure out which one, and you may have iterations on that. So that is, I think we really like that. Moving towards 3D and more shade analysis, which was one of probably Achilles' heel of Enact. Now you're addressing that, which I think is a big help. Having a 3D view to the customer in the proposal stage is really useful. I know some of your competition does it, and they do a good job, but I think you have a broader product, and with this addition, I think you will become only stronger. So, but we like that part, and definitely all the setup for different panels, different inverters, different just the bill of material part. I think that also is useful. We can customize it, put down the pricing. Our quotes become very accurate with that. I think that I feel is a good step forward in this version.
Great, that's excellent. I see a lot of audience questions coming in, and so we'll have to we'll start taking them up. Okay. And before we go there, though, Devendra, one last question. Yeah. You mentioned that 40 proposals in a month or more, and of course some of them close, many don't. Yeah. How important is speed of proposals versus the all the other stuff?
The speed and accuracy both. I think that's very important. Once you kind of nail down this is what it is, you want to be accurate at the end, and I think that's where you are with all the now shading and all that stuff. But yeah, speed is critical, because you want to having this thing in one place, especially design and then the whole project list with setup. I think that is really way to go, and that is at even a fraction of a cost than anybody, a new company which has probably 10 salespeople who want to put together a good CRM is going to cost a lot. So I think I feel some of these improvements are really good now going forward. This gives much more ability to and flexibility to churn out those proposals that you need.
Great, thanks, Devendra, so much. That was very helpful. I think we'll come back to you for more. I'm sure there's some audience questions for you as well. Okay. So let's switch to those, and over to you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Devendra. Thank you, Deep, for that. That was really insightful. So we have a few questions. This one's for Mark. Can this be used worldwide?
I'll take it. Yes, it can. In fact, we have focused on worldwide for the last 7 years. We have users in the Middle East, in South Asia, in South Africa, which is our fastest growing market actually in South Africa, and now in Europe. So of course, Northern Hemisphere, but we are in 20 countries. We use Google Images, of course, everywhere, but in certain markets, we have integrated with other images like Nearmap in the US and so on. But yes, quick answer is used worldwide, and that's one of our biggest focus areas.
Okay, great. Second question is, what is the largest system that can be modeled in your platform, or it can be modeled for commercial systems? Or can it model from commercial systems?
Yes, there's not really a system size limit. You can easily do systems up to say 10 megawatts. Before you notice maybe something takes a little while to do the calculation. We do have other options to go up to even larger multi-megawatt systems with predefined blocks. So there's easy workaround to do almost any system size, and we're happy to do a demo for anybody who's interested.
Okay, great. Next question is, can you tell us about the pricing of the subscriptions?
Yeah, it's on our website, and if you go to our top pricing page, we have a starter package for $99 the user, and then the price drops as you scale. We have kept it very simple. You can sign up on a monthly payment on a credit card or sign a contract to get a discount. And we of course have discounts based on users and usage.
Great, thank you, Deep. And this is the last question. Does the Enact Systems platform have 3D capabilities?
Yes, absolutely. You can model almost any building in 3D. I can share my screen again. We can just do a quick demo of the 3D. And I saw there's another question in terms of online support available for modeling. And yes, absolutely. We offer support, training, et cetera, so that all users can create their own system designs. Okay, so I'll just show a quick and easy way to do the 3D modeling. We can simply just draw out our roof plane. We're just going to draw the roof plane that we need for the solar estimation. We will include a couple keep outs. Cover up these vents and satellite. Assign it a height. Can easily fill this area with modules. Put in setbacks. And I've got a very easy to view and check out the 3D view of this system. And now you just click on the shade analysis to get your annual shading factors. So I hope that answers the question on how kind of you can do quick and easy 3D designs, modeling, get accurate shading numbers, and move on with your design.
Great. Thank you. Lamar. I can.
Okay, go ahead.
I have the pricing page up here as well, if we just wanted to take a look. Starter plan is 99 users a month. Scale pack is up to 3 users a month, which is the most value for $199. And then enterprise, we can discuss further. Okay, and we also had just a few comments about sending the recording after the webinar. We will send a recording of this webinar to all the registered attendees. So thank you so much for your questions and your comments on our platform and the webinar. I'll go ahead and
One more question came in regarding checklists for, how to integrate checklists for your company's process, say for site visits. And that's a really easy one that you can configure in our workflow so that you can have detailed lists of both questions you need answered, data you need to input, or documents uploaded, say to complete a site visit or an engineering packet or anything like that, so that you can make sure that your process is consistent and that you're capturing the right data at each step every time on each project.
great. Okay, I think that wraps it up for us. Thank you again, Devendra from Solar Park USA, for joining and giving your feedback.
Thank you.
And thank you all to our attendees and participants with your questions. We were really happy to have you here and answer your questions live on our webinar. And a special thank you for Deep and Mark for joining. And if you would like to contact any of us, we are all on LinkedIn, or you can send us a message, our first name at enact-systems.com. Okay, and we have one more chat. Okay, thank you very much again, and I'll go ahead and end this webinar. Have a wonderful day, everybody.
Thank you, Shelley. Great
Thanks,
job.
bye.